He's branded the bad boy of tennis, explosive and divisive with all the natural talent, but an on-court attitude some love to loathe. Nick Kyrgios battled injury and his own demons, never seeming to reach his full potential. But now he's back, 29 years old and giving it one last shot. And in an unlikely matchup, Kyrgios returns serve tonight against Nine's political editor, Andrew Probyn.
Brash.
I don't want to talk to you. Listen to me. It's all, bro.
Controversial. Opinionated.
Get him out of here.
Whatever you think of Nick Kyrgios, you can't deny the stats.
I guess beating the, Rafa, Roger and Novak the first time I played them was, pretty...
It's crazy.
Was two people ever to do it, me and Leighton.
Despite his successes and crowd-pleasing talent, he's not exactly the fan favourite.
Do you think more people love you than hate you?
That'd be a close one, be a close call. What do you reckon?
People love to hate you. Isn't that the same thing, isn't it, really?
It is the same thing. I reckon I'll probably be 60-40 love to hate now, where the start of my career would have been like 70-30 the other way around.
For 22 years, he's been building himself for this moment.
So why are you doing this to yourself? You've made a lot of money. You could kick your heels up.
I guess I got a lot more in the tank, and I know that the window that I have at the moment is extremely small.
Welcome to Operation Kyrgios.
Good, turn quick.
It's here in an underground Canberra gym known as the Den that Nick Kyrgios has been huffing and puffing, preparing to blow the house down once again. Kyrgios has had a 2-year hiatus due to an injury that nearly wiped him out.
You've got this 1984 Casio,
Yep.
but you've got this multi-million-dollar wrist.
My wrist does feel old, but it's a bit bionic now. It's got 4 holes in it, piece of, string that they put in there holding it all together.
He tore a tendon in his wrist during a fall in the match against Grigor Dimitrov at Indian Wells in 2015, when he was only 19. He sidelined surgery to focus on a career that was taking off.
It was more like a contact injury, tradies get it.
It finally caught up with him 7 years later, requiring a radical wrist reconstruction.
I wasn't even able to hold grocery bags or twist a doorknob. It was like, it wasn't even about tennis. I wasn't able to live without pain. There was not really a tennis player who's had this surgery before ever and come back and play.
Well, he's back with the scars to prove his painful journey.
Nick, I'm pretty familiar with this gym. It's mine, it's yours. I probably don't do what you do in this gym, so I'm really looking forward to watching you do it.
No, Probes. Let's find out what you're capable of. I gave you a good chat. Come join in. Come on, get me ready for the AO.
Okay.
What does a world-class tennis player have in common with a political journalist? Not much.
Come on, big fella!
Except one thing, Canberra. We both train here. Nick more successfully than me.
We're halfway. I'm knackered.
Nick doesn't have a coach. He hasn't for 6 years. He thinks they're a waste of money.
Job, Probes.
Pushing him each day is trainer Mick McKell, owner of the Den.
There we go. His fitness is great. It's really good. Yeah, really good. He's improved enormously, but from what he says and from what his physio, Will, says, it's the fittest he's ever been.
Respect, big fella. Good job. Way to tough it out.
Becoming great again is a family affair. Sister Harley is a singer. She keeps Nick grounded. And at 22 weeks pregnant, she's putting him through his paces at the Den.
So what's he going to be like as an uncle?
Supportive, I'd say. Inspiring. That's why I turn up.
I'll do my best.
Can't help but ask. You must have a song you can dedicate to Nick.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Let it go.
No.
Let it go.
I'm going. See ya. I'm out.
As ever for Nick Kyrgios, it's a fight on the court and in his head. But just playing again has been his private battle.
Everything I'm doing now is just a bonus, like, because I was so depressed and so sad, and like, I literally wanted to end my life. And now I'm just here and enjoying it, so.
Yeah.
A major low for Kyrgios came 3 years ago. He admitted shoving his former partner to the ground. The assault charge was dismissed by a magistrate despite his guilty plea.
In your darkest moments, you often find who your friends are.
Yes.
Who have you found to be your true friends?
I'm not sure that everyone that you'll see today was kind of with me or seeing me at my darkest moments. And they were some scary times because I was very unpredictable, and I was very, I would just vanish. I wouldn't talk to people.
Watching you play, Nick, sometimes you think you're up against two people, your opponent.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Yeah.
And yourself.
Yeah.
Is that a fair comment?
100%. I've got serious demons in my head from my life, just from the challenges and everything that I've kind of dealt with. I definitely deal with them better now than I have. But yeah, it's always been a bit of a roller coaster out there, especially when I'm playing in the Australian Open or Wimbledon, and it's 4 or 5 hours alone out there on your own. You start hearing some voices in your head, and you can have some pretty dark conversations with yourself.
Fundamentally, tennis is a really lonely sport.
Yes.
Is that a struggle?
Big time for me. I mean, I grew up playing basketball, so I always used to have teammates, and that's why I love doubles. I guess you win together and you lose together. It's a bit easier on you. It's a bit depressurized, the situation. Yeah, tennis is lonely as, and I think that's why some tennis players end up losing their marbles a little bit. Well, like a gardener to you to our pros.
The Operation Kyrgios regime isn't what you'd expect for a world-class athlete.
So what's the trick with lunch? You just carbs, get that energy.
I mean, whatever they make, really. I mean, one day it's like rice, next day might be noodles, chicken.
He still lives with his parents in Canberra in a modest house in the suburbs.
That's my dad. I was a big bopper, mate. Don't worry about that. I usually sit.
His home, his safe space.
So that's my custom PC. Like, I'll just game.
Yeah.
Have the NBA on here.
But he's not so chill about banned substances.
Breaking news concerning the men's #1. Yannick Sinner tested positive twice for a banned anabolic steroid.
Iga Swiatek has accepted a 1-month suspension under the tennis anti-doping program.
You should be gone for 2 years. Your performance was enhanced. Massage cream, ... Yeah, nice.
Just let it go. You don't have to bite on all these things.
You've been outspoken in recent times about doping in tennis. You say it's cooked. How so?
It's a bit of a middle finger to people like me that have had almost career-ending injuries and doing it correctly. And you know, you got the 2 best players in the world that millions of people look up to, and they're in hot water for doing something that I lose all respect for someone like, you know, I don't know if I have the faith that they're going to get what they kind of deserve in a way. And I won't, you know, stop being vocal about it because it's important.
Kyrgios is infamous for his matchday spats.
You developed, perhaps even curated that bad boy image. Was that to kind of energise your sport?
I never was my intention to be branded that.
So are you a bad boy?
Oh, I don't think so. I feel like I'm a very nice guy.
With a very nice car, which, like his attitude, Nick's toned down.
So has this beast got a name? What do you call it?
I call her the ex-girlfriend because she's always angry. Nah, just...
You can spot him cruising our nation's capital.
I love it. It's home. Everything feels on time here. But I've never been down this road in my life.
You've never been, okay.
I've been to Parliament
right here
before for, I guess, a school excursion, but...
Someday you should come in and have a look.
I'm not sure I'm going to follow you up on that one.
His Lamborghini can hit 100 k's an hour in 3.5 seconds, which still couldn't outpace the weapon that is a Kyrgios serve.
He's got it with another ace.
Just unplayable.
And then I realised, like, they couldn't return my serve.
Do you remember that first big victim of yours?
I mean, yeah, I guess the first victim was probably Nadal. I guess that Wimbledon match changed everything.
It was 2014.
Who would have believed it?
Kyrgios became a household name.
We keep saying, who's the next guy? And I think we found that guy right now.
He beat Federer.
Can you believe it? What a shot!
And Djokovic.
Brilliant.
In his first matches against them.
He's done it!
But Kyrgios has never won a Grand Slam. Novak Djokovic took the Wimbledon trophy from him in 2022.
Djokovic, a 7th Wimbledon, a 21st Grand Slam.
The now 29-year-old knows the dream is fading.
How long do you reckon you got?
I would say 2 more years, absolute max. But I never did want to play past 30 anyway, so it worked out well.
Have you reconciled that with yourself, like the thought that this could be your last year?
Yeah, no, I've had all these tough conversations with myself. You know, everyone was telling me, I should have won a Grand Slam, what biggest waste of talent to ever play the game, but I had to have these conversations with myself. Am I going to be okay, maybe not to win a Grand Slam? And I'm completely okay with that, because I know I've done it my way. I've had a lot of fun, stayed true to myself, played my game style. I've enjoyed the ride, but yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm completely okay with this maybe being the last year of my career.
Nick's Grand Slam warm-up started in Abu Dhabi.
That is ridiculous.
Ahead of the Brisbane International, where he'll play doubles alongside the Joker, who he now calls a good mate.
Me and Novak are pretty close.
What is it about him that has drawn you to him?
Well, he was a bit of a villain, and I think that out of the 3, the other 2, like Nadal and Federer, kind of have a perfect image, and he's a bit like, he's got a lot of people that love him, Novak, and he's equally got a lot of people that don't like him, but he's just a winner.
On court, Kyrgios's moves are mesmerising. He looks at ease, dancing with the ball. Aiming for a comeback as brilliant as his debut, he needs his body to defy the odds of a dodgy knee and a rickety wrist, and for his mind to conquer those demons.
Athletes, they tend to reflect on the best part of their career, like obviously finals of Grand Slams and winning events, but that's not fair on myself, and I owe myself to enjoy this time where I'm struggling and getting back. Obviously my focus is the Australian Open, so I've played the sport since I was 7 years old, given pretty much my entire life to it. I just wanted to go out on my own terms.
In Nine's National Affairs editor Andrew Probyn there, and I'm not sure Nick's going to take up that invitation to visit him at Parliament House. Well, you can watch Nick Kyrgios' comeback on 9 Now and 9 Go. The Brisbane International begins this Sunday.